An actor and member of the DMK, Khushbu, is joining the debate tonight along with Dr. V. Maitriyan of the AIDMK. Manisha Priyam is joining us, political analyst. We'll be joined by more guests in some time. My first question is to you, Khushbu, how much money has been thrown around by the DMK like this in attempts to buy votes, distribute liquor, give promissory notes, coupons, not freebies, but pure hard cold cash?
Arnav, I will not accept the allegation saying that DMK has been throwing money to buy the votes. The good deed what DMK government has done in the last 5 years, it's not about freebies, it's about what the change DMK government has brought in and the faith which DMK government has built in the eyes of the public of Tamil Nadu. I think that is what is going to bring us back to power. We don't have to throw money at them to buy it. I think it's the opposition who is trying to set it up, who's been trying to throw money and trying to gain votes. DMK do not have to do it at all.
Dr. Maitriyan, so are you, like you say, we are responding to the situation because, you know, in some places cameras caught voters talking about the AIDMK offering some 200 rupees in Madurai, for example. In other places the going rate was 500 rupees by the DMK, 5,000 rupees. So you're not completely clean of this either. So what's going on?
In fact, see, elections generally, you have seen, problems arise here and there. But money power playing such a dominant role in electoral politics started off in 2009 with the Thirumangalam by-election, so much so that even election commission started calling Thirumangalam model in this election. And no less a person than the Chief Election Commissioner of India openly coming in the channels and saying that he is aghast about the money distribution indulged by the ruling party of the state. I mean, that speaks volumes for the money power that is playing in Tamil Nadu. Here is one envelope which I will show. This envelope, similar envelopes were distributed all over the state by the supporters and cadres of DMK.
What is that envelope?
This envelope will contain something inside. This is the symbol of the ruling party of Tamil Nadu, and this envelope will contain money, and that was distributed freely to all the major parts of the.
What proof do you have that that is a DMK envelope? You could have printed it.
Normally, I don't have to carry this envelope with me. This was given to us by the cadres who seized this money from the people who are distributing, and they were handed over to the local police, and the election observers were called there.
Ms. Khushbu, what's your reply?
It's again an allegation. The fear has already gripped in AIDMK, knowing very well that they're going to lose. So they have been coming out with different kinds of allegations for the last 3-4 days. First, the opposition supremo, she says that towards the 13th of April, my chief is going to play a game of falling sick and trying to win the sympathy vote. When that didn't work with the public, then she said when Sonia Gandhi and Dr. Kalaignar are going to share the dais, they are going to be right. That didn't happen. Now she has come up with this.
No, ma'am, it's not all. It's your Ms. Khushbu.
Right
now I must come in. Now, Ms. Khushbu, I must come in now. You cannot dismiss this as all fiction, because it's not fiction. The fact is, the two districts where most of the cash and jewelry have been recovered have been Madurai and Tiruchirappalli, both bastions of the DMK, especially of Karunanidhi's son and Union Minister M.K. Adagiri. The biggest recovery was in Tiruchirappalli, where a police team on a specific alert recovered more than 5 crore rupees in cash hidden on top of a bus. I mean, it's not fiction. I am not making this up. It's brazen.
No, I know you're not making this up, but I'm saying, who does that money belong to? That has not been proved. That's what I'm saying. ADMK could be setting it up. We don't have to throw money at the people of Tamil Nadu to buy their votes. We don't have to buy their votes. We have been
senior police officials, Ms. Khushbu, senior police officials, and I'm not, senior police officials here have revealed that in the past 16 days, they have registered 118 cases, mostly against DMK members. They have also raided an Adagiri convoy on specific intelligence inputs that the car in it was carrying money to be distributed to the people. Police officers have been receiving threat calls from political parties and their members. The system is entrenched, Ms. Khushbu. You can choose tonight to deny all of this, but the country wants to know.
I'd rather not come.
What is politics coming down to?
Politics is not coming down, it's the opposition who's been coming down to. We have been running a very clean government. We had promised what we had promised in 2006 when we came to power. We have delivered. We have delivered. And if you look into the campaign, we have been talking about that. We have been talking about what we have delivered to the public of Tamil Nadu, how we have brought the state. Today the state says that, India says that Tamil Nadu is #1 state. I mean, it's not easy. We have been working towards to eliminate the corruption which had come in between 2001 and 2006. We have been fighting the corruption against 2001 and 2006 government.
Ma'am, it's all right to
led
say
by
all
the
this.
opposition AIDMK.
Ma'am, it's all right to say all this. I can give you specific examples. You tell me, what action have you taken against Panchayat chairman, a DMK leader in Tiruvannamalai, where 16.32 lakh was found from his house? What action have you taken against another person in
You're talking about
Pudukkottai?
16
In Pudukkottai, what action has been taken? 11 lakhs and 8 lakhs seized from DMK members in specific places. What action have you taken against these
No.
people? The party.
Arnav, if you're asking me this, I would like to ask you, 6,000 rupees is recovered from a common man, and you say that just because he happens to be a DMK sympathizer, you tell him, you accuse him of carrying 6,000 cash with him to distribute it? You're talking about 11 lakhs and 16 lakhs. I'm saying even a common man in Tamil Nadu cannot carry 6,000 cash on
Ma'am,
him.
you are-
I'd rather not
okay.
comment on the...
No,
Let
no.
me finish. I'd rather not comment on the police because we have already seen how when we were trying to complain against Election Commission, the complete security was taken away from Mr. Arigiri's residence in spite
So,
of he being a
are you
central
saying
minister.
the state police in a DMK ruled state is working for Jayalalitha? Is trying to fix you? Is that what you're saying?
We are not talking about the state police. We are not talking about the state police. There were little problems happening during the election time. Today it's over. We are relieved that it's over, and it's just that we are confident. We are sitting, all of us are sitting back, and we are confident that we are going to come back to power. We don't have to play cheap gimmicks to come back to power. That, as I said earlier,
fine.
we have delivered. People have complete faith in DMK, and we will come back to power.
Okay, now Subramaniam Swamy is joining the debate tonight. Ms. Kushbu, please stay on. Subramaniam Swamy, what's going on? You heard what the DMK has said here very clearly, but the facts on the ground seem to be something else. What would you say to Kushbu tonight?
Well, I mean, she's arguing for our party and she's arguing vigorously. I can't complain about that. But the fact is that 50 crores was recovered by the Election Commission, which hardly has a machinery to intercept this kind of money. And that means really it wouldn't be wrong what Ms. Jayalalitha said, that these people might have spent 5,000 crores. So this fact cannot be denied, that the Election Commission by no stretch of imagination can be called, presently as it is constituted and appointed by the UPA government, to be an arm of the opposition. It has tried to perform its role. Maybe the election commissioners also have a conscience and they have tried to do, and they've got 50 crores. And who can, I belong to Madurai, I can tell you, Mr. Arigiri, there's not a law in the Indian Penal Code that he has not broken. And you'll see the results. These results are going to be very strongly against the DMK, and then that's because people have had enough.
Okay, Subramaniam Swamy, let me draw in Manisha Priyam here before I go to you, Manisha Priyam. I find here tonight, and I must share with this, you know, the innovative techniques, and I am not saying tonight, Kushbu, that it's only the DMK. I want to make that absolutely clear, both to you and to Dr. Maitriyan. It is happening across the board. We can get into this cat and mouse game of who started it, but that's of no relevance. Fact is tonight, these are the innovative ways people of India should know. In some places in Madurai, plastic tokens are given in 3 different colors denoting a particular denomination to be redeemed at a particular shop on a particular date after the elections. That's one. Second is direct credit to the voters' bank account. Special methods are made for cash transfers that cannot be identified. Payment of utility bills. But the most bizarre thing I found was this, and this is really funny. Some political parties are saying that we will pay for the recharging of your mobile phones, on which cash will be transferred by after the elections or before the elections. I mean, they are even going down to paying for the mobile phone bills, you know, so that it can substitute it as kind and not be shown as cash. Manisha Priyam, is this common?
From what you say, Arnab, Tamil Nadu is the place to be in. And as an ordinary North Indian, what I can tell you, that the figures that I look for development in Tamil Nadu, clearly the Aam Aadmi in Tamil Nadu is a very pet bhara hua. He is not a very hungry poor man. If you look at the PDS figures, the lowest, poorest quintiles, 100% offtake from the PDS. So what I do not understand is there some kind of a need for rupees 500, 200 or 1000? 1000 is the highest denomination, by the way, that I heard the DMK had distributed to the voters. So if that need still remains with the poor, what we clearly need to think about is rationalize some of these schemes, just the way you are giving them ration now. Nobody is giving them ration for free because that's coming through the state machinery. Give them the cash through cash transfer programs as a part of government administration, and don't leave it as an end point that you come up to an election and then you find that not only through mobile phones, I was told by a friend that money was filled inside ballpoint pens. All the ballpoint pens in a particular place in Madurai, were bought up in a particular constituency. The refills were taken out and money was filled inside. So why allow this kind of an innovation by candidates who are contesting elections at the time of elections as an end point? Go in for some kind of conditional cash transfers to your bottommost deciles. And the second thing is, what we realize, that the moment the administration of a state is left independent under the charge of the Election Commission, you find that the same police and the same administration which had been serving the state government until now comes up with these high figures of seizure. I mean, 50 crores by any standard is a very high figure for cash seizure. I have not seen this happening in any of the North Indian states that went to polls recently.
It's a very, very high figure. It's a very, very high figure. And I want to tell everyone watching the News Hour tonight, the reason we are debating this with such ferocity on the News Hour tonight is because this time last week, Anna Hazare was on a fast. And 2 days back, top political leaders appeared on television seeming totally outraged that Anna Hazare had suggested that votes were up for sale. They said this is an attempt by Anna Hazare to undermine Indian democracy. Those political leaders need to get a reality check. Mr. Elangovan, so what happens here? You are going to accuse the DMK. The DMK is going to deny and accuse you in turn. Jayalalitha said it started, it has reached a zenith. Now, what changes, Dr. Maitriyan? What changes on the ground?
You know, the people of Tamil Nadu today are fed up with the state administration. The three major issues which are bothering the minds of Tamil Nadu electorate, the humongous corruption, the price rise and the one family misrule. And today's polling, the high percentage of polling, in fact it is more than 75%. If you draw the parallel in the history of Tamil Nadu, it was in 1967 that the state 76.5% polling was recorded at that time. At that time it was to put the DMK government in power. In 2011 it is more than 75% to unseat DMK from power. And people of Tamil Nadu today, they have given a clear, decisive and a positive mandate for the Iron Lady of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Puratchi Thalaivi.
Now, I want to read out from WikiLeaks, and this goes to Khushbu. Ms. Khushbu, this is what WikiLeaks said. This is not Arnab saying it, this is not Times Now saying it. WikiLeaks says, after long relying on political muscle to enforce his will in Madurai, Aragiri has added money to his arsenal and is using it to a degree previously unseen in Tamil Nadu. Aragiri's approach debuted in the January Assembly by-election for Tirumangalam near Madurai, which he managed for the DMK. And apparently, M. Puthurajan, the former mayor of Madurai and a confidant of Aragiri, said, "It is no secret at all." Here's the quote. This is WikiLeaks, not Times Now. "It is no secret at all. Aragiri paid 5,000 rupees, approximately $100 per voter in Tirumangalam. S. Kannan, a mid-level Congress party official in Madurai, told us the 5,000 rupees per voter in Tirumangalam changed everything." These are documented facts. These are reports. These are cables doing the rounds, Ms. Khushbu. Can you continue to be in a state of denial tonight? Because the scrutiny is there.
Absolutely.
Can you be in a state of denial on this? You're saying you can?
I will continue the state of denial. It's not the state of denial, it's the fact. We don't need to pay. I repeat again, we don't need to pay. It's just that we have been talking about what the DMK government has achieved, but the opposition is only talking about allegations. I defy and I tell the AIDMK to tell me what is it that they had achieved or have done for the people of Tamil Nadu from 2001 to 2006. What is it that they have achieved? Today we very proudly say that
No,
we
if you-
have brought in so many multinational companies, we have given so many jobs, we have waived off 7,000 crores of loan which the farmers had on them, we have provided so much to the people of Tamil Nadu. I am saying, please tell the AIDMK people to tell us what did
No,
they
is-
achieve for the betterment of Tamil Nadu people in 2001 to 2006.
No, but
They
is development
all have
the
been
debate
doing
at
is
all?
Trying to
No,
find
one second.
problems.
One second,
trying
one
to
second.
engage,
Okay,
trying
Mr.
with
Elangovan wants to
allegations
respond to you.
or
One second.
setting up,
Mr. Elangovan wants to
something
respond.
against DMK.
Go ahead, Mr.
I
Elangovan.
understand it's the elections. You have to speak against us. But please get your facts right. With all due respect to Mr. Maitran, I would like to ask him,
Dr.
what
Maitran.
is it that your government achieved in your
Yeah, see,
Dr. Maitran.
time? And what
Yes.
is it that you have done for
Single
the
most
people of Tamil Nadu?
significant contribution. The single most contribution to Tamil Nadu by our regime 2001 to 2006. You know, prior to 2001, when DMK was in power, Tamil Nadu was driven to literal bankruptcy. To get the state out of the financial bankruptcy and put it on the rails, it took 3 years for madam. Prior to that, 11 crore rupees per day interest the state was paying. We got the finance back on the trail. On the top of that, we had to do all these things. When we had a tsunami, when we had 9 flood effects in the 5th year of our rule.
No, but is that the issue? One second.
From the brink of bankruptcy.
Why are both of you avoiding the
that
issue?
itself speaks volumes for our.
No, but why are both of you?
Pardon?
I'm sorry, I must protest. It appears both the DMK and the AIDMK want to conveniently skirt the issue today. We are asking you, you are the main political leaders of Tamil Nadu, and this is what Mr. Elangovan says today about the AIDMK, Dr. Maitriyan. Dr. Elangovan says, Jayalalitha's AIDMK started this trend, maybe he's indicating that they followed it, by giving voters nose rings concealed in laddus. This is the level of the absurdity. This is the level of charge, counter charge we are hearing.
The level of corruption, the level of corruption, the money distribution done by DMK, you yourself have now quoted. The WikiLeaks is against them, the Chief Election Commission of India is against them, the Chief Electoral Officer of Tamil Nadu has gone on record. I mean, what more proofs the DMK wants to show that they have distributed money?
Well, I mean, the only point of concern anyone across India will have is, here are two parties in Tamil Nadu. Maybe they have come to a conclusion that corruption is not a political issue. Maybe they've realized corruption is not a
It is very much a political issue. That is why we have been fighting on that. It is very much a political issue.
Mr. Swami, is corruption a political issue in Tamil Nadu today or taken as a reality of life?
Oh yes, it's a very big issue. The question is how much of that would be the ADMK would be a beneficiary, because on two issues that Maitriyan has raised about the corruption and the family rule, on both ADMK is also people find fault with. They have been corrupt. There's one case going on of for medicines, eye medicines which were adulterated and people went blind. It's still going on. The Supreme Court recently came down very heavily. And then the Shashikala family also dominates when the ADMK is in power. So there's not too much to choose, and that's why the results will not be as the differences in the performance of the two parties will not be
but
very
who learns
large.
what?
It will be a narrow difference. One can't say
Mr. Swami.
how the results will work out in the end.
No, my concern is who learns what. At 10:30 this morning, we see pictures of Raja making a court appearance. A few days back, Raja's brother, Kalya Perumal, is caught distributing cash to the voters. Ms. Kushbu, I want an answer from you tonight. You cannot say it's just a coincidence. On April 11th, there was the cash distribution among people of the lower economic strata from Kolathur, where MK Stalin is contesting. I want an answer tonight from you, Ms. Kushbu. On each of these incidents, at least 80% of these incidents, there's a DMK stamp on it. Do you genuinely believe?
It's not DMK's.
No, do you genuinely, there's a GMK link to it? There is a DMK leader involved?
No,
There's
we're
a DMK
talking
name
about
to it? Therefore,
we are talking about corruption, and Mr. Maitran, it was very nice of him to accept it, that it started from AIDMK. Without his knowledge, he did accept that the corruption has started from AIDMK. So it starts from there, and we are
justifies
not
nothing.
following it up. We are trying to, we are trying to curb the corruption which started in the government of the AIDMK. We are not here. The AIDMK has proved to be paying the voters to win the votes. Even this election, AIDMK has tried their best to gain the votes by false allegations. We have literally found people giving away the pamphlet at the election booth along with the papers saying that please vote for AIDMK, and they all were AIDMK workers. They cannot deny that. Again I say, we don't need
No,
to
does
pay.
this
The coming
not smack of
elections on May
desperation?
13th, the results are going to be very clearly showing which government the people of Tamil Nadu want to come back to power. It's not about money. I think the people of Tamil Nadu are intelligent enough not to get carried away by money. And today we have already seen on television where
Manisha.
the residents who have received money, let me finish, people who have received money, they have given it back. They have given it back.
That should
So
be the
if
lesson.
it was DMK.
but that should be the
no,
lesson.
If it was,
That should
no,
be the
if
lesson
it was
for the
DMK,
for those who offer the money in the first
no,
place.
pardon?
That should be, I was saying, Khushbu, a lesson for those who offered the money in the first place. But clearly it's not.
Absolutely, it's
because
just-
the going rate in rural areas is 200 to 500 per vote. In urban areas is up to 1,000 rupees
No.
per vote.
Arnav, we don't need to pay, that's what I'm saying, we don't need to pay the people of Tamil Nadu to win their votes.
Then who are
we
these-
don't need to, we are
then-
going to
then-
come back to power.
Then why are there 278 arrests in Madurai alone? 160 arrests and 278 cases in Madurai alone. Is this all being conjured up by the media?
Yes, Madurai does not belong to Mr. Arigiri. Madurai belongs to a part of Tamil Nadu. You also have AIDMK people living in Madurai. You also have AIDMK people contesting in Madurai. You also have AIDMK people working
is
against the
it-
current government in Madurai.
So is it AIDMK people also who are using government vehicles and even ambulances to disguise, to carry cash so that they don't get caught?
AIDMK people are the only people who are scared, who are very clear that they are going to lose the vote. It's for them, it's do or die situation at the moment. They have to win the vote by hook or by crook.
Okay.
So they have been trying all kinds of tricks to win the vote, but I would like to tell them it's going to be hard luck. Nothing of that sort is going to be happening. We are going to come back to power by just gaining the confidence of people of Tamil Nadu.
We just have Nirmala Sitharaman who just came in right now. And therefore, Nirmala, probably you've heard the debate. You're coming in right at the very end. You've heard the point made tonight by Khushbu. We are discussing here the brazen and open attempts to bribe the Tamil Nadu voter. Do you accept this defense?
You asking me?
Yes,
Sorry,
Nirmala,
could you
that's
repeat the
to you.
question again? I can't hear you.
Nirmala, my question is this. You heard Khushbu say, putting out there an open defense. Khushbu says, you cannot ask us questions. There is no proof to say that the DMK is involved in any form of inducement to the voter. On the ground, the picture appears to be different. What's your response tonight to Khushbu?
Oh, absolutely. We were in the campaign, and I can tell you very clearly the ground reality is people are desperate for a change. And there is no doubt that money is been flowing like water in Tamil Nadu. And the DMK has been unabashedly distributing cash. Many cases have gone to the election commission. Otherwise, there was no need for even the chief minister to comment that he was, he declared, in fact, he said it's like an undeclared emergency. The election commission is being so firm on many of these issues, on malpractices, on controlling money distribution. In spite of that, we still feel that there has been a lot of money distributed. Very clearly, Tamil Nadu voters are being treated without dignity. This kind of freebie distribution is atrocious. But this time we saw it all. We've seen it before in Tamil Nadu, but this time it was unbelievably, even by Tamil Nadu standards, beyond anyone's assumption.
So you're saying that
Money distribution
You're
has
say-
been
you're saying-
outrageous.
So
And
you're-
we had figures, in fact, I was there one of those days when I remember Sushma ji, who's in charge of our BJP campaign, had come from Kerala to campaign in Tamil Nadu. That very morning, there was news that on the top of a bus, 5 crores, all in a gunny bag, were caught up. There has never been a let up in distribution of money, and I'm sure Khushbu, being a very famous actress and also who's seen both sides of the parties, should know that this is happening.
So,
She
no, one
can't really
second,
defend
Nirmala.
DMK on this.
One second, Nirmala. So you're saying, and I'm hearing you say today that you have suddenly discovered this side of the DMK, that you never realized this never happened in all the years that you were in alliance with the DMK. This is a newfound habit that the DMK has now got after becoming a UPA ally. Because, you know, people will really ask what the role of national parties is. You cannot complain after being party to
I
it
think-
over a
no,
long
no, no,
period
no.
of time.
Now that you've mentioned,
Yes.
Arnab, I'm glad you're going into so great a description about our alliance partner now, alliance
Ex-alliance
partner
partner.
earlier.
Yeah.
In Tamil Nadu, money distribution has happened before, it is happening now. We as a national party, with whoever we've been in alliance, did not believe in distributing freebies, and we do not do it.
Okay.
If anybody else has done it, it's not as if it's new. I'm not trying to say DMK didn't do it when they were with us, or they did it when they were with somebody else. But today's situation is what I'm talking about. You referred to the comment made by Khushbu, and therefore I'm responding to that. It's not as if you can immediately put back to me an argument to say, didn't you know about DMK distributing money earlier?
No, no.
Tamil Nadu has seen money distribution. Why that? For that matter, even in Andhra Pradesh, I see money
Yes,
distribution.
but I will-
But the fact remains that we are talking about today's election,
But
where
I-
money has been, in spite of a firm election commission which is sitting there
Yeah,
to
but-
make sure election is held in all fairness.
but I'm still going to
you
ask-
see money being rampantly
Yeah,
distributed.
but
So the
I-
comment is on that.
Yeah,
And
but no, no,
I wish
but-
you don't put more words into my mouth.
No, no, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. But it is interesting to see how you are completely concerned about what the DMK is doing. I never heard you say anything about the DMK's involvement in anything in the many years that you had a wonderful relationship with them, both at the state and the center. Only question tonight, and I put this at the end to the viewers on the news hour. What is the role of national parties in all of this? Have both the Congress and the BJP, both these parties, remained mute spectators in all of this political corruption going on? And if that is the case, then does any of these parties have a right to question Anna Hazare when he says there is a going rate for the voter that parties are offering? We want to know where you stand on that.